There's a movie that came out pretty recently called The Loved One, and it's based on a 10-year timeline of a fucked up couple presented in color in black and white. It's a long story as to how I found out about this movie and whether or not I've convinced you to see this if you even can. At least it wouldn't be affected by one of the most infamous studio brawls in history. Now, if you told me before this deal was announced that Netflix and HBO Max will merge, and I'm like, that would be pretty disastrous because Netflix will now get this other catalog, right? And then that can make HBO Max pretty much redundant. Which would then leave a third competitor to... Oh crap, I don't have any fucking idea which one other than Crunchyroll. Oh well, that's a good thing that HBO and HBO Max are keeping themselves separate. Now, before anybody comments here, yes, this is just the Warner Bros. Division, because Warner, remember, they were gonna split off these two. We're gonna talk about now why this deal would be basically better for Netflix overall than what Skydance's deal would have been for Skydance. Because if you see Warner Brothers logo after the acquisition is probably complete, you will see it's called Skydance Company. Before you continue, this video was made into 3 parts. First is the intro, and second is the stream that contained the original script. Because the script was completed a couple of days ago, and I didn't manage to record anything before that stream. And this third part here is called the addendum, wherein I add extra information that I neglected or forgot to include in the original script. Now that would sound unprofessional to you, but my videos were never even professional to begin with. One thing that I'll definitely say is that they had these deals where they were getting several of their shows over to services like Netflix, yes. There's also Roku and Tubi. Now, if you think about these kinds of pay-one streaming deals, Sony's just licensing all their movies over to Netflix for this temporary period that they go first. And everyone else can go away. TLDR, this only lasts for a couple of years, and if Sony wants to bail out at any point, that's just lesser content for Netflix moving forward. Executives can make a new deal or whatever, but any customer who wants to see some kind of cult classic and want to see that, well, they gotta look for the fucking streaming home for it, if this deal falls apart. Another example for this kind of deal is Universal's, wherein they got 10 months exclusivity after a movie entered streaming debut on Peacock. And here's another wherein a SpongeBob movie was licensed by Netflix for international distribution, plainly because CBS All Access, the service before Paramount Plus, wasn't exactly available everywhere. I don't think it will, but what I'm just saying is in a world where digital rights are so always shaky, that only makes the idea of just letting Warner be absorbed in Netflix look better for them. However, you need to keep in mind this only benefits Netflix's customers, and HBO Max's customers get nothing in return. Whereas we still don't know the benefits that Skydance will give over to HBO Max's customers once their deal is actually done. But then again, you could say that Netflix has a lot more customers over HBO Max, and that's why this original script was pro-Netflix the entire time without taking into consideration the other side of the spectrum. But this is basically the TLDR for this one. There are 2 movies from Netflix that are coming over to the Criterion Collection, and this is important because this is basically preservation. As the article says here, this has not been the start, but this is just 2 more entries in a very long line of content, streaming only, just going to the physical realm and being available on 4K Blu-ray and enjoy without the need of internet or their licensing shit, whatever. So, you know who else makes physical copies? This is Warner Bros. Home Entertainment. Okay, I think I am as well completely fucking done with padding out this video. The whole TLDR of this shit is that if Netflix was the one to buy Warner Brothers, my opinion was that they would get easy benefits on both the streaming and physical media sides of things. The reason why I didn't mention theatrical a single bit is because Netflix already has a bunch of successful theatrical rollouts, especially last year. In other words, there is no need to mention any of it. They've already got that locked in, and they would just let Warner do whatever the fuck they want. But then again, the only winners of this are Netflix subscribers, really. I mean, the physical media part is incredible incredibly shaky, and that's because, well, they're a streaming first company, so why the heck would they tell people to expect physical releases when they could just subscribe right now for the low monthly price of... Oh, fuck you, man. However, the Skydance deal only benefits Paramount and David Ellison's ego. What the fuck?